living in Florida, you've likely seen alligators before, but probably nothing like the gators you're about to see. Not even you, Chris Cato.
Not even me?
No.
Do you know how many gator photos I get from viewers? I don't know. Let's find out if I've seen these gators. There's a local wildlife center hosting some pretty rare reptiles, and here's Fox 13's Tony Sadiku to introduce us to these special creatures. Hey there, Tony. You're in Madeira Beach, right?
Yes, and I bet you, Chris, you probably haven't seen any one of the gators we're about to show you. We are at Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center here in Madeira Beach. They've got tons of attractions, of course, more than 200 animals, but the biggest attraction, guys like this. This is Journey. He's an albino gator. Now, we don't actually know the gender at this point, but just what a creature. These are super rare, and to talk to us a little bit more, we've got Daniel Glenn, who's the marketing manager here. Thank you so much for being here. I got to be honest, I've never held an alligator before. You gave it to me like 30 seconds before we came on here, but he seems, or he or she seems super super calm, super chill.
Yeah, a lot of times alligators get a bad rap from crocodiles and caimans, who are a lot more aggressive. They end up an alligator doesn't even want to really bother you. I mean, food can literally be sitting in front of an alligator, and because they're 98% muscle, they don't want to chase it, they don't want to fight with it. So, and they could go almost 2 years without eating, so the last thing they want to do is have a prolonged struggle. So once they realize we're not a threat, you know, they look at our size difference, we look like a big predator to them. So once they know we're safe, all's good. They usually resign themselves to being held for a little bit.
I've seen Journey in pictures, but just in person is absolutely stunning. He's got the vet gauze around his mouth to keep him in check. But you say these are pretty rare.
Yeah.
You got 3 here, and they're out of 100 in the world, you said?
Yeah, there's less than 100 estimated in the world, just because any animal, whether it's an alligator, a deer, a skunk, with that non-typical coloration, they're going to end up having a lifespan typically in the wild of less than 24 hours, just because they don't have that camouflage that a normal colored animal would have.
And it's all in the pigmentation. That's how their skin.
Correct. Yeah. So they have a complete lack of pigmentation in their skin. What you are seeing, you might see a little tint of pink in his face or down his body. That's actually their skin slightly translucent. So you're seeing his blood vessels and muscles underneath his skin through the skin.
And I know you've got other exotic alligators as well. We're showing some of the video right now. Tell me about some of those.
Yeah. So on the complete opposite spectrum from the albinos, we do have some melanistic gators. So instead of having a lack of pigment in their skin, they actually have an excess, so they come out completely jet black. So even their eyes, sockets. I'm surprised that hasn't taken over as a dominant trait for alligators, because when he submerges, you can't see him. It's like a stealth gator. And then the rarest we have 2 of them here. They're actually called piebald gators. It's an extremely rare. I mean, I'm going to be a nerd for a minute. Think in terms of like the X-Men. So it's such a rare trait that there are less than 20 of these animals in the world, but they come out with a black and white coloration, kind of almost like a Dalmatian or a Jersey cow, where it's got that mottled black and white color.
That is fantastic, and folks that come out here can check those out as well. And I know you guys are called Kiss a Gator. They can't necessarily kiss them.
Yeah, we're still doing air kisses, or you can kiss them through your mask. But
there you go.
Yeah.
But they can actually hold them and check them out. So very cool stuff, guys, and just incredible. They're open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday. KissAGator.com for more information. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to be showing you another rare species, guys.
You look very comfortable, Tony.
Yeah.
A gator holding a gator.
There you go. Go Gators.
That's really cool. Hey, and Tony, maybe we'll get to see it later, or maybe not, but I think this Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center also has a sloth. Did I see that they have a resident sloth there?
Oh, you got to get the sloth.
Resident sloth?
Yeah, we have a Hoffman's two-toed sloth.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
So
we need the Hoffman two-toed sloth.
That would be inside, but
yeah,
maybe we'll check them out.
Just say hi for me. That's all. Just say Chris says hi. The sloths know me there. They'll get the message. Well, only in Florida do you have gators that are so popular they go on tour. Some of the rarest alligators in the world are visiting the Bay Area for a limited time. You can meet them and even hold them.
If you're brave enough. It's part of a new exhibit at the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center in Madeira Beach. And Fox 13's Tony Sadiku is back with us live. He's been hanging with the gators. He's definitely brave enough.
I'm trying to be, guys. By the way, Chris did go back there, checked out the sloth. Sid, by the way,
Yes.
looking good.
Sid.
Was eating a carrot.
Typical
I was
Sid.
wondering where Chris Cato was.
Yeah.
You gotta go visit the sloth.
Give him my best. Tell him I'll be there to see him soon. But you've got some other amazing guests to show us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these gators have just been so much fun to watch and learn about. Last half hour, we showed you an albino. This one's a piebald gator. Ever heard of one of these? These are extremely rare. And to tell us a little bit more, we've got Daniel Glenn, who's with the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center here at Madeira Beach. You say these are even rarer than the albino ones we were showing
Yeah,
earlier.
exactly. Yeah, so where there's less than 100 the albinos in the world, these guys, their genetic makeup, there's less than 20 of these in the world. Now, his genetic mutation hasn't manifested yet. Normally they will come out with a black and white color pattern, almost like a Dalmatian or like a Jersey cow, where they've got that black and white mix all throughout their skin, where they've got pockets of extra pigment and no pigment in the skin.
That's incredible, because it does kind of look like a typical alligator that you'd see. So it's one that doesn't actually manifest. But how do you even know that there's 20 in the world?
I mean, so they're doing some interesting things now with like places where we can't go as humans. So they're doing things with drone footage where they're actually teaching them these drone and these computer programs facial recognition, where they can go out and spot different animals and say, oh, yep, there's one, there's two.
That's incredible.
And I would imagine the other thing they do is population density studies. So they'll go into a specific measurable space and say, okay, we've got this many. They'll extrapolate it out and say, okay, there's estimated then this many across the world in habitats that can support them.
That's fantastic. And you've got this guy, nameless. We don't know if he's a guy or girl, but still just incredible. And just one of the unique alligators folks can come check out here. And it's going to be around for a while?
Yeah, so we have 7 of the special alligators here. They'll be here through next week, but 3 of them are actually, we just got some great news, 3 of them are going to actually stay with us for the next several months. So they'll actually stay with us, 2 of the baby albinos and the het here that we have, where they can stay with us, and that's probably equivalent to 4 or 5 years. They grow 6 inches a year, so they'll be here for several years for people to come down and visit and enjoy.
And I know education's a big part of what you guys are wanting to do as well, so folks can come, meet them, hold them, learn about them as well, so really cool.
Oh, thanks so much.
Fantastic. So one of the things too is that you guys are going to be having these for folks to come check out. So any other information you can provide about these?
I mean, I think it's just exciting, the fact that they're over 200 million years old as a species. So they actually,
wow.
yeah, they actually predate dinosaurs. So dinosaurs were about 65 million years ago. These guys, 200 million years. Pretty much unchanged though, other than the fact that they've just gotten smaller. So,
fantastic. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the time and introducing us to these extremely rare gators. Guys, only 1 of 20 in the world. You can come check it out. All right here at Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center. Of course, their website, kissagator.com. And guys, I think I'm getting pretty good at holding these. Never held a gator before.
And you said their website is kissagator.com, but that's something people...
Only air kisses today.
Only air kisses. Yeah. Okay, of course, yes. We're in a pandemic. Don't want to forget.
Thanks,
All
Tony.
right. Thanks, Tony.